This next technique, I'm going to assemble a small cherry cabinet using dowels. Dowels are a technology that's been in use for over 100 years by furniture craftsmen. I'll start by marking the locations on the cabinet sides for the dowel holes to be drilled. I'm going to put 3 dowels at each end, carefully marking their locations. And I'll mark them the same at each end. Okay. Now there are alignment points inside the doweling jig that will help you to see where you want to align for different size holes. So I align the little white mark with my pencil mark and make sure I get it on tight because I don't want it to wiggle around as I drill. This is a really neat little clamp because it centers right on the board and puts your hole right in the middle. So I do both sides exactly the same. Now I'll double check the spacing of my holes. If they're off just a little bit, I still have a chance to correct when I lay out the holes that go for the top and bottom. To begin marking the top and bottom, I first of all have to find the center line of each. Top. My cabinet sides are 3/4 of an inch thick, and this line. And remember, my dowels are centered between those two. If this is my cabinet side, and the dowels will be right in the middle. Measure halfway between, and from that mark to that mark, and that mark to wherever I mark there, and from here to here, and here to here, all need to be the same dimension. You'll notice that my top is going to overhang more than my bottom, and that's going to give me the opportunity to do some decorative effects. These are called dowel centers, and they're designed so that the various sizes can fit in specific size dowel holes and allow you to transfer markings from one piece to another. And so for this, I need my 3/8 inch dowel centers. And to set up, I have made a careful measurement there. It's at 1.5 inches, which is the same distance as I had planned on my other cabinet. I've put a block of wood here at the back, and this will help me to align the cabinet side with the back edge of the cabinet. I put another block here, clamped down tight on that line to serve as a guide. So here are the same holes that I drilled with the doweling jig in the cabinet side. I have a fresh piece of wood to show you the base. I'll put these holes in here, and with them held in position, I'll slide it back. I'm going to take a block of wood here at the top, and I'm just going to tap. So there I've made 2 marks. So I'll move this from that location to this location, and I'll slide them back into the same position. So now I have my 3 holes. I'll drill those with the drill press just like I did the others. Note that this is a brad point bit, the point of the bit being that it will fit neatly in the place that you've marked. So I've made cut some short dowels just for a trial fitting. I don't want to put in the full length yet. And this gives me a chance, though, to check and see how things are going to work. And let me see what happens here. Okay, so far so good. And I want to be sure that I don't put them in there because I could lose one in there. I won't lose it if I just stick it in this part, but I could lose it in that other. Now let's see how this works. So after adding a back and a cleat to hang it from and doing some decorative routing, I'll be ready to hang my doors.